Dragon Heist, boys. Like, we made it to the double digits for once. Not counting the OG. This is it.
We made it to double digits. What do you mean double digits?
Like, this is episode 10 of something.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what are you talking about? We're like level 7 or something.
No.
We're like level 5, dude.
We should be level 7.
No,
but
Tyler's
throwing that handicap.
Yeah, he's stingy. With them levels.
Because it makes sense, trust me. But anyway, on the last episode, which was titled, I believe, The Good, the Bad, and the Memes, you guys had and it's been like a month since we played, so a little summaries in order, but, a second, coffee. Tasty. Anyway, so you guys had a Mexican standoff out in the middle of Skullport, where you guys had like a little three-way brawl with each of your little respective posses before Geralf was like, you know what, fuck this, let's team up on Book. And so y'all did, and it was really funny. And as everything ended, Geralf escaped with his Harper friends and are planning on getting back with Jarlaxle to track down the stone and get the money back to Waterdeep. Book is currently unwillingly serving the Xanathar and getting the stone back.
Who said anything about unwilling? Like,
all right, fine.
Damn it.
And Rush is without friends out in the middle of the alleyways of Waterdeep with the stone in hand. Does anyone...
I accomplished absolutely nothing last time except losing more friends.
Does anyone know where he's going? Who is he going to speak to? Let's find out. So, with that being said, we're definitely going to start with Jaboy, Rush. So, what's your whole thing? Who are you going for? I'm gonna like let you be generally anywhere, but like, who are you going for?
I think just because nobody knows these whereabouts, I'm gonna head back to the purple dude because nobody knows where that is.
You're going back to old Zoblob?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Let me just pardon me. Just gotta really why is it my... There it is. Okay. Well, I need appropriate music for him first, of course. Let's do the Majora's Mask shop theme. Because of course. No, not that. I'm talking about the okay, you know the shop theme from like where it's like wow 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 wow. It's like all creepy sounding. Man.
No, I don't.
No, I love Majora's Mask's music. It's really good. There it is. Found it. Excellent. So yeah, you managed to get to Old Zoblob's shop and you push open the beaded curtain, the purple beaded curtain, obviously, and you walk past the stuffed beholder that's staring at you as you walk through the entryway, and you hear just from behind the counter, "Hello and welcome to the Old Zoblob shop. How can I help you today?"
Ah, it's I, the chosen one, returned.
Oh, goodness me, it's I. God damn it, I just looked at the general chat thing that Josh put. You can't do that shit to me. God fucking damn it. Alright. Anyway. Shit. Anyway. Ah, the chosen one! He arrives upon my doorstep once more! What can I do for you, oh monger of purple?
So, I need a place to kind of, my place is getting fumigated, so I need a place to crash for a couple nights.
I'm calling BS on that. Do they fumigate? Just wondering.
They do now. It's a thing you get the druids for. They have, like, a special little spell for it. They just cast Fog Cloud in your place and wait for it to, like, hold it. They cast...
True druids do not fumigate.
They just cast Cloud Kill in your place and just wait for it to waft out. Alright. Oh, well, I would be delighted to give you a place in my abode. Oh, only for such an esteemed guest as yourself, but... Oh, you're looking a touch blue and healthy, aren't you? Well, let me just go ahead and take care of that real quick. And he starts conjuring up a little thing, and then he poofs you and then you're purple again.
Fuck yeah.
So let me just go. Do I still have the? I don't even know if I have the title card that has you purple anymore. But oh, I really should. Damn it. So yeah, what are you So you're just gonna like lay low at Zoblobs or?
So I'm doing a couple things.
Okay.
So I am. Okay, let me get this straight. Stone of Galore. I only have the knowledge that I know with it on my person, or if I'm attuned.
If you're attuned, but if you're like ever knocked out or anything, and you do have to like keep a certain distance from it, I believe.
Okay.
No, actually, no. Yeah, it's as long as you're attuned.
So I could like stash this within reason.
Theoretically, yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask the Zoblob if do you have any like hidden like location for wares that can kind of you hide the good stuff.
Oh no, everything is on sale at the old Zoblob shop. We don't keep anything in the back, no matter how often people ask me.
What's in the back?
Nothing, I just told you that. It's not a damn shoe shop.
Do you have a cellar?
Oh yes, that is where we keep the purple wines.
Okay. Do you mind if I check it out?
Well, you are the chosen one. Oh yes, very well, avail yourself. But don't drink any of the wine without paying. Consider it a tithe.
Alright, that's fair. I just want to kind of check out your vintage.
Ah yes, of course. We've got Shadow Dusk Ale, Violet Edition. Oh, and there's, of course, Elminster's favorite indigo brew.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of mosey on down.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look for. I'm actually just looking for like a spot to dash the stone for a little bit.
Okay, it's a fairly standard cellar. There's no immediately like, oh, this is well hidden, but you could probably like chuck it in a barrel or something.
So they're like wine racks and stuff, like with being the cellar.
Yeah, it's like wine racks, barrels, and boxes.
Would there be enough space for me to like kind of pull a bottle of wine, put it back there, and then put the bottle of wine back in front of it?
You mean like put the stone behind a bottle of wine, like in the I'm trying to like picture a wine rack, because
well, no, that it would kind of make it jet out there. That would probably be a little lot.
Yeah, it is a football sized stone, so
it's fair. What if? Are there any empty bottles in here?
Yeah, there's like, every once in a while there's like an old empty bottle of like vintage that's been drank.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the bottle, I'm gonna like, as cleanly as possible, break the bottle from the neck up.
Chink.
I'm going to put the Stone of Galore on an empty spot in the rack, and then put the neck of the bottle out and kind of cover it up, and do that with a couple other bottles so it looks just like another bottle of wine.
So you're gonna like, so you're gonna like homemade disguise the.
You've heard of disguise self? I'm doing disguise other.
Yeah, it's not like a super great disguise. Like if under super like tight scrutiny, it probably wouldn't hold up. But like from a gaze, it looks pretty solid.
Cool. All right. So next. Is there like a plaza meeting place, like somewhere like really close to this shop, but not like in the shop that I could like meet with associates?
So Zoblob's shop is in the dock ward, and there's plenty of places in the dock ward for that. There's just like open shipping areas that usually get hung out in whenever shipping isn't occurring. There's plenty of taverns in the dock wards because, you know, sailors got to go and get their dick on. And stuff like that.
Okay, I'd be cool with, like, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my paper bird sending thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to write on it, I'm going to draw a little map to, like, the closest, like, little, like, brothel, like, public area.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, meet me here, and I'm going to send that, I'm going to send that one to Geralf.
Okay.
Then
Giraffe will get to you in a minute.
Then
I'm just jamming out to the Majora's Mask music. It's like, yeah.
Then I'm gonna cast sending and get a hold of Book.
Of Book? Okay. What do you tell Book?
Why would you ever want to get a hold of me?
I need allies, but no. So I need sending and say, absolute last chance. If you want in on this score, meet me here, and I disclose the location of that same brothel.
Book, do you respond to this?
Sure. I let the fish know.
You let the fish know, like Silgar, like the goldfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Do you let the Xanathar know, or just it's Silgar?
Yeah, I let the Xanathar know also.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So whenever you're saying that, the Xanathar is actually like, oh yes, we already knew about him entering the shop. The stuff beholder in the front, you see, it's a bit of a nasty trick of mine, but it gives me eyes on the dock ward. And then it wiggles around one of its stalks. It's courtesy of, well, the last Xanathar, you understand.
And I'm going to try to explain to him as much as possible that this was not, like, I didn't reach out. He invaded my mental space or whatever, however sending works.
Well, I am perfectly aware of how the sending spell works as an accomplished mage of myself. But there lies, you cooperated with this man for quite some time. It's not unreasonable that he'd be able to reach you. I understand this. Now, you just go ahead and sit pretty. We've already got people on the way. Like I said, we knew the moment he walked in.
Alright.
Also, can I retcon just like a smidge of my message to Geralf?
That depends.
Nope.
But
No, you cannot.
Just no, I'm not retconning location, meaning I'm just adding to it. I'm not getting rid of anything. I'm just adding a line.
What is it?
I want to add, if possible, get some of Jarlaxle's blood too.
I'll let that go because, like, Geralf already knew. Okay. So I was gonna say we can go to Book, but Book already had the thing that I wanted to do anyway. Yeah, so the Xanathar has let you know that and by the way, not some DM bullshit, since the beginning of the module, the stuff beholder in the front of Zoblob's shop has been a convenient little scrying stone for the Xanathar.
Okay. Question.
What's up?
Am I, like, sitting pretty over here, or what?
What do you mean?
Like, are they taking care of me? Am I, like, some
You're being
servant to this beholder?
You're being allowed to chill. You're being watched. You're not, like, being treated like a prince.
Oh no, not like that. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, can I kick my feet up and?
Yeah, you can pretty much, like, hang out. The dark elf that was present the first time you were here is notably gone. And what was I gonna say? Ink and Quill have both been healed from their unconscious states, so they're up. But you still have the statues of Istrid Horn and Zaraj, the half-orc hunter.
I use them as as coat racks or hat racks.
Yeah, the Xanathar's cool with it. Alright, Geralf. So, where do you go after you, escaped from Skullport? Isaac, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm not doing anything. It might be my mic just rubbing against something.
Maybe. I was like, the fuck is that?
Let me try laying like this then.
Hi, yes, I'd like to go to the soup store.
Ah, the soup store. And what would you like to purchase at the soup store?
Clothes?
Well, why would you buy clothes at the soup store, John? No,
At the soup store.
yeah, but why are you at the soup store?
God damn it.
Anyway, what are you doing? What are you doing? You dick.
I guess I will go to. What am I doing here? So I think I'm gonna pull Renair aside,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell him about the message from Rush.
Well, if you ask my opinion, we've got a young man washed up in delusions of treasure and fortune versus a man with a proven backstabbing record, but the power of several small fleets and an entire city behind him that wants to give the gold back with a very good reasoning. If you ask me, the choice is clear. We bring Jarlaxle with us.
I don't think we get anywhere near Rush if that happens.
How would he be able to tell?
I think if anybody other than me shows up, he's going to bolt.
Then that's why we lay a trap.
He has evaded the group this long. I say we just go with it and bide our time.
Okay, then what will you have me do in the meantime?
Well, he wants some of Jarlaxle's blood. Now, I don't know about you, but I do like to play my cards close to the chest. And I'm not sure that this is something that Jarlaxle needs to exactly know about.
You want me to assault one of the most powerful men in the realms to get a bit of his blood?
No, I wanted you to help me brainstorm ideas about how to get his blood.
Oh shit, you don't exactly give me easy tasks now, do you? I still say we should give him the whole rundown.
What, you think he'll just willingly go along with it?
He wants to give the gold back to Waterdeep. That's all I care about.
I'm just saying that if we just go along with it, it'd be much easier to just follow Rush to the vault than it would be to try to wrestle a stone away from him. That's obviously proved that it's not working.
Well, alright, but I'll give you that, I suppose, but I don't like it.
I mean, if you think Jarlaxle will go for it, then by all means, let's just clue him in and go from there. But
I think I'll do that, and we'll work at a distance.
okay, sounds good. Come back with his blood. I need it.
Alright, I'll do that. Why do you need his blood? And by the way, Geralf, you don't know why Rush said that. Because, again, if you don't own the Stone of Galore, you don't know what the keys are. You just know that he asked you for it. It's a very roundabout, fucky way, and you really shouldn't be able to know that, but I think it's a good roundabout, fucky way.
I'm just gonna be like, I don't know. He's a cleric of Germon. It's probably some tracking spell or something so that he can stay away from us. But if he's only tracking Jarlaxle, then he won't be expecting the rest of us.
Okay. I'll do what I can. Do you want me to meet you before you meet him, or after?
Yeah, before would probably be best.
Okay. I'll meet you at the shipping area. Or it was like a brothel or something, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Very well, I'll meet you at the fest hall.
Perfect.
Okay. So Book, you're fully cooperating with the Xanathar on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Tyler, I'd like to do one more thing.
Oh, what's that?
Can I stop and buy some healing potions somewhere?
Well, I mean, while you're in the neighborhood, you could probably do some on the way over. Doc Ward has plenty.
We've just been walking into a lot of rough fights lately,
Yeah.
and
And this isn't like based on any meta knowledge whatsoever. You can just like go and yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just like maybe I want to change my spell list to include detect traps. I'm kidding.
also, did we do a long rest after last time?
I did.
I mean, I would have been hiding out and getting my wounds before
I'm gonna say yes. It's
before
like,
I sent anything.
right. It's like the following day. Nice. Okay. So, Rush, you leave the stone and you go to the brothel, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you make your way over to the nearest fest hall, and we're gonna call it the Full Mast. And you arrive at the Full Mast, and it's a pretty, it's actually like a pretty busy day because we're getting closer and closer to Founders Day, the biggest day in Waterdeep, and you see like a bunch of waiters and waitresses tending to all the sailors, and they're like getting all kinds of inappropriately grabby and all that. And the first person to welcome you is actually, and it's a familiar face. You notice the man who looks very, very similar to Renair, one Floon Blagmar, greet you, and he's like, "Oh, honey, hello! Come get a seat. It's been so long. Oh, you look brilliant. Look at you. Oh, would you want you like some ale or something? Like, let's get you set up. Why don't you?"
Yes. All right. Sounds good.
And he gets you all seated up, and yeah, and you wait for a little bit. Geralf. So Renair meets you a couple streets away from the whole deal, and he hands you a vial of pitch black blood. And he says he was remarkably easy to coerce, believe it or not. I honestly think he doesn't care very much.
Okay, well, here we go.
Right, and he hands it over to you. And do you walk in?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right. Book. While all this is happening, you do you choose to accompany the Xanathar? Like, the Xanathar would have told you to like go with his lieutenant to go find the thing.
It depends on what's going on with my wife and brother-in-law.
I feel like Quill would have been like, "Fuck this! I'm going home. Come back when you have 500,000 gold or something."
Okay. As long as she's okay.
Yeah. The Xanathar is not a like. Granted, it's probably gonna come with like some hefty like "don't talk or we break your kneecaps" kind of talk, but But yeah. So you accompany Nihilor, the Mind Flayer, who, of course, while walking out in the streets, is like wearing a disguise, like to be a human and everything. And you enter the old Zoblob shop, and as you enter, you push past the curtain of beads, and you hear, "Hello, and welcome to the old Zoblob shop. How can I help you today?"
Well, what do I need? Like that's the thing. Do I like have instructions other than just come here?
The Xanathar said like just search the place for the stone.
Okay. So since the Xanathar said so, and I am in the mindset that I'm hot shit now because I'm with the Xanathar, I'm just gonna start digging through shit.
Okay, and the Xanathar did make it clear that that old Zoblob does not know that his beholder is
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, you're going through it, and Zoblob is like, oh dear, I could help you with a little something if you would like. I could help you.
Sir, I'm here on official business.
On official business from whom? I usually have a letter of introduction or something like that.
It's top secret. Hush, hush.
Top
Need to know.
secret, hush, hush. I want to know why you're rifling through my things. I can show you the most wonderful of purple wares if you would wish, but well,
Don't I have a seal, like a family seal thing now because my wife's like important or something?
I mean, like, not yet, but I mean,
Right? Anything.
You
anything
haven't had
with
like
any sort of anybody's crest or anything like on it.
you could probably whip out the Xanathar like sigil. Probably like give you like a little stone with it.
I want to put this on somebody else though.
I don't think so. Like you had
'Cause
so
I had like a bracelet or something, didn't I?
you had the Castellaner bracelet, but the Castellaners are known to be dead.
Okay, fine. I'll just whip out something on Xanathar then.
Okay, and as soon as you do this, and go ahead and make me an intimidation check at advantage.
Well, that one fell off the table. Sucks because I'm pretty sure it was going to be good before it did. Let's see. You said intimidation.
Yes.
That's a 16.
Okay.
Not a great.
No, he's like, oh goodness, no. I pay my dues on time. I make sure that none of the rough houses come around. There's no need for this. Please, just find what you want, and please just leave me be before I call the god, okay?
Very well. And I just tear this shit up. Like I just upside down rifle and everything. Like you would expect somebody with the mob to do.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check. Give me a high difficulty investigation check.
Let's see here. Investigation. That's 14.
Okay. I think the only fair way to do this is, Rush, can you give me a counteractive, let's make this a counteractive, investigation check. Like, working off of, like, your assumption of, like, how someone would search and how well you hid the thing. Does that make sense?
Right. It's a 6.
Okay. Book, on a whim, you check out the, you check out the basement, and you rifle through all the wines and everything, and you notice one is, like, broken in a particular way, and you move things around, and you lay hands upon the Stone of Galore. Rush, you feel a snap in your brain as soon as this happens. Book, make a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom check?
Wisdom check, yeah. Or save, sorry. Wisdom saving throw.
We have got a 14.
Okay, I'll write that down for later. Rush, you feel a snap in your mind as you were forcibly unattuned from the Stone of Galore. And it happens, like, just about whenever Geralf sits down. And Geralf, you see that Rush kind of, like, snaps a little bit.
I just say, all right, come with me, and I like drag him with me to rush the building.
Okay. Let me see here. How are we gonna figure this out? Let's do an initiative contest. How about that? So it'll be the lowest initiative of each group, which will just be Book versus Rush.
Okay. Like, I need to roll for it, or do you just roll my initiative?
just roll initiative.
Okay, 18. I probably lost.
13.
13, okay.
Okay. I did not lose.
Yeah, you are able to attune to the Stone of Galore, and it implants in your mind the location, the keys necessary, and the contents. And just as it does this, the memories of such are sapped away from Rush. And you have time to go somewhere before they arrive if you would like to do that. And I will mention that Nylor is, like, with you, the Mind Flayer, and it's pretty insistent. Let's go back to the Xanathar.
We will do that then.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way back to Skullport, to the nearest entrance to Skullport.
Okay.
And I need you to make a stealth roll for me. A stealth saving throw. Check, whatever. For me.
Okie dokie.
There's a lot of factors at play here because it's like the mad rush for everything.
That is a 23.
Okay. All right. Rush and Geralf, you guys arrive at the the little Zoblop shop. Little Zoblop shop of heart. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, little house of Zoblobs. Anyway, so yeah, you guys get there and it looks pretty ransacked, and you see old Zoblob like fawning over everything, like all like heartbroken. It's very clear that he's just torn up about it. He's like, oh, my beautiful purple baubles. It's gonna take ages to get all this back to snuff. Oh dear.
And I come in and I'm trying to, like, as I'm making my way to Zoblob, like picking stuff up, putting it on a shelf, like not efficiently, but just like quickly kind of out of my way, and I'm just like, what happened here?
Oh well, this strange hooded man and a cat man.
Fucking cat.
Well, he showed me the symbol of the Xanathar, you see, and he went around the shop, and he tore things around, and then he left. He must have found what he was looking for. Oh, my poor shop.
I assume he went into the cellar?
Yes, he did at the end, at some point, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Geralt's just gonna pinch the bridge of his nose and be like, is it time to cut our losses yet? Can we go? What did you need Jarlaxle's blood for?
You don't remember.
Don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
So did he say that at the shop?
What do you mean?
Did he ask about Jarlaxle's blood at the shop?
Yeah, he did.
So the Xanathar would know this now?
I mean, you know it because you have the stone anyway, but yes. Yeah, everything they say is, like, viewable by the Xanathar, yes.
Given that this location is obviously compromised, let's walk and talk.
I'll give you that. Okay, be sure to come back around for all your purple needs. Oh, no. I feel like you could meet back up with Nair if you would like to on the walk over.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
And on the walk, I'm basically going to say I had stashed the stone. I assume anything that I had told you, because I have some gaps in my memory, has to relate to that, but...
I'm going to hand Renair the blood and tell him to hold on to it just in case.
Yeah, yes, of course. I think we should go and tell the big man himself, then.
I don't know anymore. Rush, are you gonna finally get on board now? I don't think there's any way we can take on the Xanathar by ourselves.
I mean, I guess. I got nothing to lose. Well, I guess I'm gonna die either way. Yeah, sure.
Listen, it's better than nothing. Yeah, let's just go to Jarlaxle and tell him what happened.
Okay. Yeah, so... Let's see. You guys make it back to let's say the Troll Skull, actually. It's in the neighborhood, and Jarlaxle's sitting there, completely undisguised, leaning up in a chair, and he's sipping what looks like to us as a martini, but to you guys looks like absolutely nothing you've ever seen before, and he's like, "So, give me good news."
I'd love to, but...
I'm done fucked up.
Well, that much has been evident ever since you decided to run away from me, kid. And don't exactly...
You can't blame me for ambition.
You know,
would you have done anything less in your day?
That is the absolute best thing you could have said to me. My gods, I like you. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Leads. Give me leads.
The Xanathar?
The Xanathar. So, what you're saying is back to square one, except he's got a head start on us, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's the fucking goddamn cat, so I mean, I don't know how far he's gotten, but that goddamn cat is the one he sent.
Now, hear me out, Joel Axel, because I do have a plan.
Oh yes, lay it on me by all means.
It's essentially the same plan as before. Let's stop chasing the stone and just start following the people with it.
Well, that presents a number of issues because we don't exactly know where they will be going to.
You've got a fancy cape that disguises you as anybody you want to be.
It's the hat, actually, but yes, you've got an excellent point there.
We were ambushed by the Xanathar in Skullport.
Well, yes, that is his base of operations.
I mean, you were there too, yeah. So
Yes, I was. It was a great time, actually.
So let's get some spies down there to find out where they're going.
Well, I tell you what, we can do just that. Now, I did have to cut my losses. The Xanathar did get a little suspicious after all the things went down and purged all the Dark Elves out of his ranks, so a couple of my folks had to turn tail, but I think we can make something work. I still have a back door to the place. If you would like to come with me to the Scarlet Marpanoth, we can insert ourselves on the scene, lickety-split.
Sounds great. You want to go on a boat ride, Rush? Let's go on a boat ride.
Oh, joy.
This is awesome. So, Book.
Yes.
You make it to the Xanathar. And it does like demand that you hand over the stone.
Do I hand over the stone?
That's up to you, my man.
Well, I thought it was up to the stone.
Let me think about that.
Rush straight up feels like a guy straight on Wall Street on his first day, the day before the stock market crash.
Yeah, actually, the stone unequivocally wants to be given to the Xanathar, and it even forces you because you failed your wisdom check earlier.
Alright, I give it to the Xanathar.
Yeah, so you do give it to the Xanathar, and the Xanathar takes it, and it attunes to it, and it chuckles. Well, the blood of a drow, a gift from a queen, and a performance of your bearded face. Well, my singing voice is a little out of practice, but I think I can conjure up that one. Blood of a drow. Well, have to be creative with that one. And a gift from a queen. Now, the only thing that concerns me here is that the vault is located underneath the crypt of the Castellanta family, and all these nobles, they're so uptight about burying their dead. I'm gonna need a key to get that, and last I heard, well, Lady and Lord Castellanta buried a couple dozen foams under the seat. How very interesting. I have to figure out a workaround for that key. You have any plans for that, do you? Any ideas? I'm always open.
Alright, so because I'm playing Xanathar's bitch right now, obviously. Right. I'm gonna be like, well, honestly, I'm not a very smart person.
Of course.
I'm just here to serve the Xanathar.
Yes, you are.
And so, whatever the Xanathar deems worthy, I will go with this plan.
Well, you're awfully not very full of ideas, but I will take the stalk kissing. Let's see here.
Yes, Starscream.
I think we all...
You know what? Book is the most Starscream character I think we've ever had.
Yeah, really though.
Starscream is my favorite.
I think that the most fitting application of your talents right now is find a way to acquire a gift from a queen. Can you do that for me, son?
Yes, I can.
Very good. Find a way into the court of Lady Silverhand. You get something from her. I don't care if it's the laciest undergarment from her dresser or a hefty pile of gold coins. I do not care. I just want a gift. The other two you can leave to me, and we'll find a way to get our hands on a key to the crypt.
Okay. And this is who? Lady who?
Lady Silverhand is the open lord of Waterdeep, so basically the big boss in charge. And she was formerly a queen of another city, which is why she fits the bill.
Okay. Do I suspect that this is going to be an incredibly difficult task?
You were married to a magistrate.
Other question, just to kind of think what I want to do next.
What's up?
I know that I don't remember the keys or what they do or whatever, yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
But would I remember asking the detective sending him on a mission?
Yeah, you would.
Okay.
You see why the memory thing. And not only that, but you do realize you do have a key with you with the Castellanor Citadel on it that you acquired during the ill-fated wedding thing. You don't remember how you got it.
Okay.
So you're gonna go and visit Vincent?
Well, yeah, that was gonna be my next thing if you're done with book stuff.
Okay.
Book at this point in time is very passive because he basically does everything and anything that Xanathar wants.
That's fair. I'm just trying not to take too much time on all these things because we could keep the cat and mouse going for as long as we are able to.
Well, somebody's gonna mess up somewhere and they're gonna die. Exactly.
So, Gerald, where are you going? You're gonna go with Book? Are you gonna go with Rush to the thing, or?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going with Book anywhere.
I was about to say, I was like, whoops.
I mean, you could go with me somewhere.
Yeah, to my grave, probably.
Damn, son.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go with Book anywhere. He's a very nice cat.
Is he?
He's a wonderful cat.
Pound it, Starscream, pound it. Let's go get some tater tots. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna stick with Jarl Axel and Rush right now.
All right, yeah. Jarl Axel twists his hat and he takes the. He's not gonna be Zardoz right now because that'd just be a whole thing. What form does he take? Shit, I'm trying to think. He takes the image of just a little urchin boy. It looks like Tiny Tim with a busted up leg, but he walks just fine. It's like, well, you guys lead on then. I'm just going to follow a little behind on account of me legs and such.
Okay. I'm also going to ask Jarl Axel. So I told Gerald to get some of your blood. Don't know why. Do you know why I might ask for some and I know that I sent Vincent for something. Do you know the importance of any of these things?
Well, and he twists the hat, and his body remains a little child, but the head turns back into Jarl Axel briefly. It's like, well, one would wager that there might be a puzzle awaiting us. Maybe has something to do with that. Or maybe you were trying to scry me. That's not very sporting of you, but I can't say I blame you. Huh. Not really sure.
All right.
Let's go find out.
Maybe Vincent will have a little more. Maybe I told him some more.
Yeah, and you make your way to the Tiger's Eye Detective Agency, where you see Vincent going over the paperwork with his flighty blonde assistant, and she's like, "Yes, Mr. Trench. Yes, Mr. Trench," and goes back and forth. It's like, "Well, what can I do you for, kids?"
Hey, buddy. So I know I sent you on a quest, but this is gonna sound funny. I have no idea what I told you to do. Can you refresh my memory?
Darla, go check the file cabinets. We'll see if we've got the thing that our friend wanted. Yes, you asked me to procure a gift from a queen, if I recall correctly. I'm trying not to go into like getting all these voices mixed up is like super hard. But anyway, wow, this is about what I can get for you, and it is a He gives you something, and it's a leaflet, and it is in honor of Founders Day. 1 free ale at the Yawning Portal, courtesy of Lady Silverhand. It's like a little coupon.
All right.
If we're looking for poetics, that's about as close as you're going to get, I think.
Yeah. I guess I could ask one more favor from you then.
What's that?
So I assume that what I asked you to do has something to do with what I'm forgetting.
Yeah, one would,
So,
you saying that, kind of having a bit of a tough spot recalling myself. But I would assume so. It's a decent deduction to make off of it.
so can you run some interference for me? Just like go back to the area that you procured this, or just anything related to the queen in general, and just kind of basically make her a little more stingy with her gifts.
You know that's going to take these things are all over the place. I hope you know that.
Oh, so you didn't get it like the queen just. It's a gift to all. It's not
They hand these out like at the gate of the castle ward like all day and leading up to Founders Day.
Gotcha.
I could go and do something to that effect, but you understand it's going to cost extra.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm totally on board with that. Just throw it on my tab.
Tab, detective with a tab. And if it weren't for the love of solving the mystery, I'd be a little peeved. But here we are. You just
Listen, you're on retainer from the Troll Skull. You're our man for that.
Yeah, I suppose I am. But you bring me along for this little treasure hunt of yours. You hear me?
Oh, for sure. You're definitely like. I mean, you're gonna get. You see your cut.
All right. So, book. Now you do make it to the castle ward, and you go by yourself because Nihilor doesn't. Lady Silverhand is an extremely powerful mage, like probably one of the most powerful wizards like on the face of the realms in general.
Okay, so I should be careful then.
You should be careful if you like enter the castle, which is not something you're allowed to do usually.
Okay.
But you would be allowed to like bring Quill if you wanted to, and whenever you guys like walk up to it and everything, like you can procure one of the little coupons they're handing out to like all the peasants if you would like.
Okay. I will do that.
Well, do you? And Quill looks over and she's like, well, do you think this is something that counts towards the riddle?
Yes.
Oh, very good, because I didn't want to incriminate myself any further. Looking the Xanathar has its very lucrative leverages, but I'd rather not make the Lady Silverhand angry.
She will not be angry with you. I promise.
I'd best see that gold, sir. I'm telling you. Short leash you are. So, I'm trying to think of like where we can go from here, because it's kind of like a deadlock.
If it helps, if we had no other leads, I was gonna suggest that we just kind of, since we have the key to the vault, we just kind of wait them out.
You know what? Yes. And I'm gonna let me think to that. Let me think. So you've got that. You've got that. Okay. Sorry, just give me a second to like consider all of the things going on here. Book.
Yes.
The Xanathar.
Yes. The Xanathar.
Yeah. Just letting you know. No, the Xanathar is tasking you and Nylor with investigating Growlhound Manor, which, as of right now, following the deaths of its two owners, has fallen into disarray as all of the general house servants are struggling to fend off all the relatives until until the two twins can inherit the estate. And
Okay.
and their ninth birthday is tomorrow, actually. So they're dealing with still wanting to put on a decent celebration.
Okay, how does the Xanathar feel about these children?
The Xanathar believes that everything is expendable. Whenever
So if I killed these children, what would happen?
the Xanathar believes that everything is expendable, but he cannot guarantee your safety if there are any witnesses, nor can he guarantee that you will remain unaccosted by the guard.
Okay.
So yeah, he sends you there with Nylor to around. It's 10 o'clock at night, and he wants you to see if you can find a key to the crypt anywhere. And Giralf and Rush, you guys went to the crypt already because you have the key to it.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have Jarlaxa with you, who is hiding.
It's gonna be a stakeout, boys.
There is actually one more thing we'll do, but it's fine. But anyway, yeah. So how are you approaching it? It's the dead of night. Maybe as you approach Castellan Villa, make a perception check for me.
I will do these things. Perception. The 23.
Whenever you approach, you just instinctually train your face up at the high turret, like a little study kind of thing, at the very top of the manor, and you swear you see some curtains part from within, and you see a hand press against the window and then drag slowly down, and you could almost hear the dragging of chains. How do you approach the villa?
I'm looking through spells real quick to see what I can do. Been a while since we played, so I don't remember all my spells.
You can die.
Okay, tell me again what I perceive as I approach.
So the villa's on, I would say high alert, but because of the death of the holders of the estate, there's very few guards.
Okay.
But you did see what you thought was a hand press against the window of the highest tower at the estate. They have a little turret, like a study. Every once in a while, you can hear the jingling of chains.
Jingling of chains. Goodness. Well, I'm gonna stealth, obviously. So that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. Well, roll stealth check.
That is a 19.
Okay, yeah, you were able to slip in mostly undetected.
Okay. So I've slipped in now.
Okay.
What else do I see?
You're in the you're on the ground floor. It's mostly an entrance atrium, it's an entry hall with there's a crystal chandelier. These people were very clearly super rich.
Yes.
You see a single guard that's dressed in their livery, and he's sitting idly on the crate, not really it's kind of very obviously doesn't want to be there, and he's peeling a potato. And yeah, it's you also see a magnificent harpsichord sitting in the hall. And as you look, you can take some stairs upwards if you would like to.
What's the range on Mage Hand?
Range of Mage Hand should be 60 feet, I believe. Maybe it's 30 feet. Let me double check.
It's 30. How
Yes.
far can I get away from the harpsichord? Where can I get 30 feet from the harpsichord
let me
and be concealed?
let me look at the length of this area. 1 square is about 5 feet. And he would be facing that way. You can get about 20 feet away from it and remain hidden. You can like hide behind like an armoire or like some kind of a desk or something.
That leaves me some access to like get away without being seen if somebody is inspecting the harpsichord.
You could you could duck back into the previous room, which was like a small little concealed courtyard.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're gonna
I'm gonna hide out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Mage Hand the harpsichord.
Okay, you're just gonna like slam, or are you gonna like play something?
We're gonna play a little ditty.
Okay. No. Throw.
I fucking.
Roll performance for me.
It should be a disadvantage after that.
Just plays roundabout.
That is a 22.
All right.
So it's playing Chameleon.
So the guard like jumps at this and he's like, "I've had enough of this hell's damned, haunted, infernal temple of a place." And he throws down his potato peeler and he bolts through a different room. Seems like the guards are a bit on edge.
Alright, so I got rid of one guard.
There's no more guards in this room. You can proceed up the stairs
guards.
if you would like, or check out a different room.
I'm going to proceed up the stairs, because my ultimate goal is to get something from the lady, right?
Well, I mean, Lady Castellander's dead, yes, but, you're searching
Was that not what I was doing here?
You're searching for a key to their crypt. Because that's where the Vault of Dragons is.
So it would probably be in their room.
Probably.
So that's where I'm headed, which I would assume would be at the top of the stairs.
Yes. You make your way up the stairs, and you had a 19 on your stealth, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to make you re-roll that. You actually, as you proceed up and you make your way to the hallway where the master bedroom is, like, contained, you pass by 2 other doors, and one of them is slightly ajar, and if you take a look through, you see 2 blonde children, and they're sitting in what appears to be a playroom, but they're not playing, they're just sitting there in the middle of the area, and they're kind of like just sharing each other's misery, it seems. It looks like they're both like...
How old are they?
They look like they're about 8 to 9 years old.
Yeah.
You remember that the twins will be turning 9 in the morning.
Wasn't there something with these twins and, a guy from hell?
Yeah.
What was that deal again?
If the Castellanters do not provide 1 short of 1,000,000 gold dragons or the souls of 200 innocents, their children's souls will be consigned to the 9 hells forever in eternity.
Did that particular being, because they're not a person, want these children dead?
The Xanathar? No, he said...
No, not the Xanathar.
Oh, Asmodeus?
Yes.
I mean, either way, their souls are his.
Would it get me... Do I think it would get me in good graces?
Probably not.
Okay.
It doesn't change anything. He has their souls no matter what.
I will leave them be.
Okay.
Do I notice anybody else here?
It looks like it's just the 2 crying kids in the very sad scene in the toy room. And the door to the master bedroom appears before you.
I'm going to do something, though. It's going to be very weird, but nice at the same time. Let me read real quick. Okay, I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on one of the children.
That's kind of creepy and fucked up, but okay.
They're too sad. They need to be happy.
Oh my god.
Oof. Oof.
This is heavy,
Oof.
man. Jesus.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Oh no.
I mean, no, I'm not even gonna roll for that. No, one of the son starts laughing uncontrollably, much to the daughter's horror, as you and she's like, Terenzio, what's wrong? What's wrong? Crying even harder now. You ass. You lose.
You know what? F it. I'll cast it on her too.
All right, cool. They're both laughing. Yeah, you lose 500 karma.
But they're happy, dang it. They are happy now. Look, Book's been through some stuff, guys.
And you were able to bring your keister into the master bedroom. It looks like it's very lavish, if not a little torn up, as if someone left it in a haste.
Okay.
There's a bookshelf with lots of books, a desk, walk-in closet, and a little balcony, and a door on the ceiling.
I want that door.
You want to check it out?
Yes.
So as you approach the door, it rattles a little bit, and you hear the slapping of chains against the door.
Yes. Yes. Let's see.
Woman says, "Daddy."
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm worried about.
Harder,
So
Daddy. Harder.
I pull the door
Open.
and I hear chains slapping it.
You approached it. Do you want to open it?
Okay. So I approached it and I hear chains slapping, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so something's actively going on in there. I'm going to search the room to its fullest as carefully and quietly as I can.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Golly, this die just won't stop landing on 18. I'm never getting rid of that. That's 18 on the die. I've got the rest of the stuff. 22.
Okay, you kill about 30 minutes turning the room upside down. And you aren't able to find any key or anything to that effect. You do manage to pull a book that, reveals, a secret compartment on the side of the bookshelf, which contains a guide to, rituals in the name of Asmodeus.
Okay.
It's written in Infernal, which you can't read, so you'd have to get someone to translate it for you.
Why can't I read Infernal?
You don't have it on your character sheet.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Did you ask me?
Do you have Infernal on your character sheet?
I have, in my languages, no.
Okay. So you can't read it.
I have an extra language that I never chose. But, no.
Yeah, so you can't read it. You find, a nice little, bejeweled candelabra that'd probably be worth, a hot little chunk if you sold it to the right person. But besides that, you find no key in the area that you're in.
Okay.
And the door to the attic.
More chains?
More chains, more knocking, more rattling, and you swear you can hear someone say something muffled. Help!
Shit. I'm not here on a rescue mission. I'm here on a steal things mission.
Shame you don't
So
got no
first
friends.
off, you said that I found a thing in Infernal that I can't read. I'm gonna take that, obviously.
Yes.
Obviously.
Also, I'm
So,
trying.
so the door pulls down. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Pulls down.
yes. So it looks like
How
it's
much?
barred from the inside,
much-
but you could pull it.
How much strength would it take to do that?
You feel like if you got up there physically, you could do it.
Because I was totally gonna try and mage hand it and not be near it because I'm terrified of what's coming down.
It looks like the locking mechanism works from the outside, so you could probably finagle it with mage hand and open it.
Okay. I'm gonna finagle it.
Okay. And you raise your mage hand upwards and you twist the lock mechanism to the left, and then you move on to the second lock, and it's like triple locked. And as soon as you touch the third one, the door breaks off of its hinges, and you see just like a shitload of loose chains drop down to the floor, and then a large, muscular, demonic-looking entity covered head to toe in chains falls down to the ground. Its skin is like all muscled and veiny, and at the end of like its many chains that are covering its face, its body, its arms, its legs, some of them are tipped in hooks and some of them are tipped in like blade ends, and at its neck you see a chain that is holding one key at the end of it, and the thing leers at you, and you hear from behind the chains that muffle its face, you hear "Help!" as if opening the door just broke down a dam that had been holding back a madman's screams. Roll for initiative. It's a good thing you have Nihilor with you.
12.
Alright, so it's going to be
That's a 9.
So we're going to do the Chain Devil first.
Oh, it's a chain okay, that explains a lot now, because I was like, this guy's just chained up. How hard could it be? That's a different story.
Yeah. So it's going to make a attack with its chains.
Well, I'm 30 feet away.
Yeah, it moves up to you and does it.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, so it
Only for you.
It does hit you.
Does it?
21.
Well, joke's on you. I have a 24.
Uh-huh.
Does it see me? Because I was stealthed.
It sees you.
That's dumb. I don't have much health. Please don't kill me.
You had a full rest.
I still don't have much health. Please don't kill me.
You take 12 slashing damage and you were grappled.
Yeah, that's a third of my health. I hope you know this.
Yep.
See, I was gonna say run, but now you're grappled, so this is a bad time.
Nihilor.
I'm pretty sure I can still cast Arms of Hate on.
Nihilor also takes 11 points of damage and is also grappled. Okay.
Pretty sure I can do it. Well, I'm grappled. That takes away somatic.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I can't. I can't cast Arms of Hate.
Gosh, this mean, dude.
Alright, and Nihilor is going to cast...
I mean, I did torture 2 children, so...
Magic Missile. It's going to deal 11 damage to the Chain Devil. And he's going to make his grapple escape. He does not make it. Okay. And it is your turn.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm grappled.
Yes.
I've never been grappled in 5th edition, so what do I do?
Strength check.
Strength check?
Yeah, DC 14. Alright, sorry, strength saving throw, whatever.
Yeah, well, it didn't do anything. That was a 10.
Yeah, you are still grappled. If you have like any somatic or anything, or like non-somatic components, you can do that.
You know, I wonder.
I also did accidentally make the Mind Flayer cast a somatic spell, but I can swap that to Mind Blast and have it still be the same thing.
You know, I have Vicious Mockery.
You could do Vicious Mockery.
And it'll be 2d4 damage now. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna Vicious Mockery the guy holding me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna just insult his face as he holds me.
Yeah, roll the damage for it.
That one fell. I mean, it's not a lot of damage, but you know.
Yeah. I got you.
Well, they do have damage on the next. They do have disadvantage on the next attack roll.
Okay.
So that's 5 damage because it doesn't add anything. It's just a die.
Excellent. Okay, is that your turn?
Well, that's an action. I don't have anything else as far as I know. Hold on, I'm going through.
Okay.
Action. Oh,
Ooh, can I have a turn?
nothing.
I want to turn too.
Nothing I can do without a bonus.
Oh.
Or nothing I can do without an action or somatics.
Got it. Okay. Nat Jenks and Squidly.
Oh my god.
So it's a pretty chill night at your little hideout in the sewers.
When I said I wanted to turn, this is not what I meant.
It's a pretty chill night in your night in the sewers and everything, you know. You guys are living actually kind of nice after your heist of the Growlhoon Manor before it, you know, burned down. And you guys are like doing your thing. You know, I'm sure like Jinx is memorizing his spell book, all that fun stuff. Squidly's trying to come up with his latest.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure my daughter's doing something amazing.
Yeah, do your thing. So it's around when this happens when well, I'm having like some really like intense music play during this. Let's say Squidly, you notice a grown-up is sitting in the corner where one wasn't sitting before. What do you do?
Yeah! Who are you?
And out of the shadows steps a tall, dark elven man. He's wearing a big fancy hat. And he looks at you, Squidly. And he like leans over and he scratches his chin. What's up?
It wasn't something cute. It was something annoying.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
She's standing up playing in bed. And my wife does not feel well. So I may have to call it. If we can get to a stopping point.
Since Nat doesn't have to speak, we can cut you loose here and we can finish this little bit up.
Okay. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay, man.
Oh, no worries.
Bye-bye.
We're getting close. All right. Well, that's unfortunate, but oh well. So yeah, Squidly, he looks down over you, and he kind of scratches his chin all investigatingly, and he's like, "That was a good little bit of thieving you did there, kid." And he's referring to the cloak that I don't know if you have it on you or if it's just like somewhere.
Oh yeah, he's 110% wearing it.
Now, I would like to have that back, you know. I respect the hustle, don't get me wrong, but well, I tell you,
we abide by finders keepers.
And I appreciate that, I really do. But what if we settle here on a trade?
Squidly kind of squints at him and rubs his chin, kind of doing the same thing he's doing. And he goes, "That depends what you got."
Alrighty. So let's take a look here. Can go through my fun little bag here, and he produces a small blue red little pouch. Sorry, it's a blue pouch with a red string. Now, the most interesting thing I think of is this little pouch right here. Call this here in the business bag of holding. You can fit anything you want in here. You think it looks nice and small, but... And he pulls it open, and he shows you the entrance to it. And you can see the interplanar space that just holds a crap ton of stuff in it. But that's not about the only thing I have. And he digs in the bag, and he pulls out a pair of boots, which obviously look too big to fit in the bag, but here we are. And you guys would have to share this now, but let me show you what they do. And Jarlaxle straps the boots on, and he steps over to the wall, and then he keeps walking, and his feet stick to the wall. And he walks until he's upside down on the thing. And he grabs his hat before it falls off of his head, and he holds it and like does a ta-da. Well?
Squidly is actively trying to look unimpressed. but like you can tell he's like
We got-
vibrating.
We got 3 of those.
Of course. Some very common things. I knew you should have been legitimate adventurers with a nice trained eye. Silly me, silly me. Let's try something a little more interesting. And I'm actually making this up off the top of my fucking head, so I'm kind of like, oh shit. And he clicks his heels together and he drops down from the place. And he pulls out another thing. And it is a little pink vial of liquid. So you see this, kid? Not bad, right? Nice and pink. You drink this, it'll turn you into, within reason, any animal you want. And you've got enough sips here to last you, say, a whole month, I think. Think about it. Walking through the streets like a dog, or flying through the town like an eagle.
Squidly's gonna turn around and fold his hands behind his back and be like, I don't know, I've got my wizard friend here to do that for me.
And I start doing Naruto hand symbols.
Alright, kids. I can see this is going to be a tough negotiation. I really do want my cloak back, you understand? So, let me go ahead. Think about something else here. Of course. What about an old favorite of mine? And he pulls out these 3 little leather straps. They look like belts, basically. And he kneels over, and he straps it around you, Squidly, across your shoulder. Across your chest, so like, it's like a diagonal thing. And he taps the brooch on it, and it makes your clothes erupt into a fancy, noble attire, kind of like get up, as if it sprung from the clothes you were already wearing, which were basically rags. He says, well, glamored armor, condensed all the way into belts. You can wear any outfit you want, whenever you want, and it'll never run out of magic.
What if we want the lot?
Squidly just holds up his hand, and he goes, we'll take it.
All of it.
All of it. Well, you drive a hard bargain, kids. What do you say we shake on it? He holds out his hand.
Squidly grabs like one finger and shakes it vigorously.
And it tingles a little bit. And he's like...
Jinx goes in for a fist bump.
Alright, and he fist bumps you, and he's like all into it. Kids, you just got yourself a deal. The whole lot of stuff for one cloak. And he exchanges you the cloak for the bag of holding, the boots, the potion of transforming, and the last thing I mentioned. God, I fucked up like...
The glamored armor.
Glamored armor, thank you. The glamour belts, yes. Thank you, kid.
Squidly's like, cool, you can have it, I don't know what it does anyway, and then it just bolts.
And Jarlaxle looks down at you, and he smiles, and he says, well, kids, I think you're going to go off to do great things, alright? Now keep your money close, and don't trust anybody except each other. And if you're ever in a spot of trouble, just tell one of the local guards you know a guy from Luskin. Tell him you know old man Zardoz, and they should take care of you. And he tips his hat, and he puts his cloak on, and he twists it around himself, and he disappears. And
Squidly very loudly he's very quiet and stares, and then you just hear like the camera zooms out, and you just hear shit.
I think it's about the best way we can end it. So yeah, I have to cut it a little short, but it's kind of coming to a head here. There's like, it's really hard to. It's really hard to balance things because everyone has like different parts of the puzzle, and like I don't want to give anyone like an unfair advantage or anything. But are you guys still having fun? Like, is this still going good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because like it gets to like a certain weird place whenever we get to this stage of the adventure. I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna, for my own purposes, I'm gonna set it back to, to Rush being purple, which is just so fucking good. That makes me so happy. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to do. Is there anything else you guys want to do as Geralf and Rush before you guys go stakeout?
I don't know that I have any. I have no contacts left really, so it's not really much I can do.
Mm-hmm.
How much is 2 healing potions gonna cost me?
I think that's 200 GP.
Okay, cool.
They're pretty.
I can do that.
Yeah, they're pretty chalky. I will say.
Then I had 300 GP.
So actually, Jarlaxle does rejoin you guys, and y'all take hiding positions at the entrance of the Vault of Dragons, which.
I want to look at him and be like, oh, nice cape.
So the whole deal is whenever you enter the castle inner crypt, it's actually fairly innocuous at the entrance, but once you go through, it's an abandoned temple of Asmodeus. And a long trail ends at a massive stone door. And when I say massive, I mean like it opens up into a cavern that's like 20 by 20. That's how big the door is. It's clearly meant for like some giant proportions. Or so some dwarves built it and they compensate a lot. Rush is still purple, by the way. I just remembered that. The funny thing is that it doesn't look like a door that can open, but in front of it is a swirling blue portal with 3 little red dots that glimmer like little. They're kind of like I say red dots. They're glowing like red orbs. And each of them, like, just floats in front of the portal. And that's the interest of the Vault of Dragons, boys.
Well, we're missing one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole.
All right. So, yeah. That'll do it. I'm sad we had to part a little early, but oh well.
I guess since we got done early, the 3 of us could talk about some stuff for the next campaign.
Okay.
I was so fucking goddamn close.
I know.
Yeah, you borked it up?
How was I supposed to know that literally the one thing I chose to do would be the one thing that would fuck me over?
Yeah, I was really looking, because there were so many ways you could possibly fuck yourself over by ways you can go. But it's, and I will send you a picture of the page from the book itself.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, that, like, I don't do that to you guys, but, like, yeah, the Stuff Beholder is actually the old Xanathar. And it's just there as, like, a lookout, and it's really skeevy, and I love it. Do you guys take Renair to the Vault of Dragons? That's a very important thing.
Oh yeah, Renair's gotta come with us, right?
Okay, cool.
He's got the blood.
He does have the blood, and also his dad is the one who embezzled all the money in the first place.
Rush is a broken man at this point, so he's just along for the ride.
You know what's funny is him doing this is probably like the least likely way for him to die.
Probably like what?
Like the least likely path of him dying. As in, like, this is probably the best chance he has at surviving.
Yeah, well, he's already just accepted. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, it seems like everyone in this is kind of broken, except for Book, ironically. So...
I had my shot. I took it.
I will keep this on recording, so in case, like, Mark has any questions about, what we talked about as far as, like, this Proto Session 0, I'll keep it recording just so we can, like, keep this information for later. So, yeah, Josh, tell us about what's up.
Yeah, so I guess we need to talk about character comp. Or party comp. Did you talk to Emily?
I did. Actually, let me open the door because she's, like, a couple feet away from me. Let me, get on with her. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, I love you. You were being involved in talks. Because you might be playing with us. So, one second. I will relay things to you as a translator because taking my headphones off and broadcasting the speech would be a little disruptive. And bad for the recording and everything. But yeah, I have Emily over here. So like, do you want to? Because like, I know we play at 7:30 on Tuesdays, and I know you're usually tired around then. So I just want to make sure it's cool with you.
I'm trying to think. I don't know, man. Like, I don't have a character or anything.
And that's we're talking about like possible composition right now is why we're asking. It's like I think I really want to play that Wild Soul Barbarian because there's a character in the Adventure Zone that plays it, and I'm really into it. Every time you rage, you have to roll in a wild magic table.
Yeah, so you wanna do like barbarian basically, like
yeah, I want to do like a magic-y barbarian, and I'm gonna be a goblin. I think I'm gonna make it like Max 2.0, just with a different name.
yeah.
If that's okay
So,
with you,
but
if
it's
not super
like
lame to you.
no, that's fine. But it's like, so it's not like it doesn't have like, all right, it has magic effects, but they're wild magic effects, right? Other than that, it's just like the normal barbarian rage effects and stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me pull it up for
Okay.
you.
I
Because
was just trying to wrap my head around it.
it's also it's Unearthed Arcana, so it's not like homebrew or anything. It's Wizard of the Coast official technically.
Yeah.
Wild Soul Barbarian. It's also a special table. It's not like the wild magic table. I can't turn into a potted plant whenever I rage.
Okay.
But it's like, let's see, Wild Surge. Necrotic Energy, so you get like a drain effect. You can teleport up to 20 feet if you roll a 2. Intangible Spirits that look like flumps in front of you. They fly 30 feet in a random direction and explode.
Goodness.
Arcane Energy enshrouds you. You get +2 to AC. And the enemies take force damage equal to your Constitution modifier when they hit you. Plant life temporarily grows around you. Arcane Energy taps into the minds of those around you. You get a glimpse of their thoughts within 30 feet. Shadows weave around a weapon of your choice you are holding. Until your rage ends, the weapon deals psychic damage instead of bludgeoning, slashing, or piercing. Gains light and thrown properties. And a beam of brilliant light lances from your chest in a 5-foot wide thing, blah, blah, blah. So there's like no, there is no, thing. It's random, but there's no disadvantageous things, except for like I guess the plant life thing, but it makes like area around you difficult terrain.
Yeah. Okay.
It's only 8 results, but like they're all fairly powerful. It's locked behind level 3, so we'd have to like wait for a little bit to get it anyway.
Not as long as you think.
I believe it. And also, they can cast detect magic at will.
Yeah. Like, I think so far the book has you hitting level 5 by like maybe like the 4th or 5th, session.
Damn.
And as fast as we go through things, well, like, alright, so the first section seems very expedited, like the first quote unquote half, and then like probably 70 to 80% of it is you actually in Avernus, like doing things.
I also will say I'm looking at the later thing, and I found the Wild Soul Barbarian's actually broken ability. It's called Magic Reserves. And at level 6, you can roll a d4 and touch a creature. That creature recovers an expended spell slot of a level equal to the number rolled.
Oh!
If the creature can touch, blah blah blah, and instead gains temporary hit points equal to 5 times the number rolled. You then take force damage.
Lord.
You then take force damage equal to 5 times the number rolled. So,
oh my god.
So, like, if I roll a 4, you can get a level 4 spell slot back and get level 20. Here's the thing: there's no limit to how many times a day you can do this. So, if I have the hit points, I can give people fireballs back. But every time you use it, you risk not getting a good thing. You risk taking 20 points of damage. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. That's fine. And honestly, I've been reading up, and I'm almost done with like what I would call the prologue section.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need some broken abilities.
I'll take it.
You're gonna need some broken stuff to get through this.
Right.
The dungeons are extremely long.
Okay.
And the enemies are extremely tough. Even early on, like the first encounter you do is like stupid hard. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of mechanic so that everybody doesn't just die all the time,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully.
We just
Because
like
I don't want to just like re-roll new characters every week.
right.
It would be cool to have you like send me character sheets,
Mm-hmm.
and then if your character dies, they just come back at a certain point later. But I'd rather you keep consistent characters, especially since it goes to like 13 to 15 range.
Yes.
So it'd be better to have one character consistently, unless you die like we get to like level 7 or 8,
Mm-hmm.
and you die, then like maybe we do something else. But
I think like it's the weight of the story has to be considered at the time of death.
yeah, exactly.
What about you, Isaac? What were you thinking of doing? What the hell is that? Oh, okay, that's what it was. Sorry.
I'm trying to think like what I want to play versus what I like haven't played
Mm.
versus what everybody else has played. Like I'm trying to.
I think because this is like going to be such a long engagement, you should like do what instead of or what you want first. Personally speaking.
Yes. I would say, all right, so there are two things I would factor in here. First of all, party comp. Well, okay, we'll say first of all what you want to play, because you're right, it's a very long campaign. If you get bored of the character, you're stuck with it for a while. And I'd rather not have to kill off your character so that you can re-roll because you're bored. But we could also fix that on like the actual character side and not just like
Mm.
the combat I do things side.
Yeah.
The second thing is party comp, because I feel like because it's so difficult, you kind of need a tank, a healer, a DPS, like things like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Um.
and if you find some like crazy homebrew, not broken stuff or something from some of or from some of the official stuff that I haven't seen, if I can just get eyes on it and make sure it's not insanely busted, then we could probably just okay it.
I'm looking at our little preferences for planned characters and everything, and I'm looking at what Isaac put down. I know this is for like the long term campaign, not Avernus, but I'm looking at what he does not want, and it looks like it says gelatinous cubes here. That's interesting that you say that, Isaac, that you don't want this.
I do not want.
Let's see: Wolf Totem Bar, Battlemaster Fighter, Utility Class, anything but true casters.
I don't think there's a gelatinous cube character sheet.
Yeah, my name is Greg the Gelatinous Cube. I'm 25, and I love to break dance. So that's like my number one thing is I want to play a Wild Soul Barbarian, but I could alt like I could figure out something else possibly. You know how much I love my casters, so I could like alt a sorcerer or something.
Well, okay, the other thing is you are going to have the chance to take just a ton of deals with devils and demons in this, so don't forget that.
It is Avernus, yeah. You good?
I'm thinking, yeah.
I'm looking for that file actually.
Yeah. Emily doesn't yeah, usually you have to like think about the people you play first. Like you're just not good at coming up with stuff like off the bat as far as character concepts go.
Not really, no.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. We're just kind of thinking of like how to keep things balanced because apparently Avernus is like super hard. So this is kind of like a maybe thing. And I guess I can end the stream. I think that'll do it. We can just talk more about it afterwards. But
yeah, because we're not getting into story beats or anything like that. I just wanted to talk and get some ideas on what character comp. Because that helped me kind of plan for NPCs and stuff too. Because you do get a lot of like friendly NPCs throughout.
Yeah.
So your party is not necessarily small the whole time. So
right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and end the stream here. Let's hope we crack open the Vault of Dragons next time we play. Yay! Also, Rush is still purple. Let's remember that.